Dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, very good evening to you all. I'm very happy to be here, part of this program, to accelerate the economic relationship between two wonderful nations, India and Scotland. I got this invitation in the first week of December, and incidentally, I was in Bangalore airport. When I read the mail sent by Nitin to attend this Indo-Scottish Business Summit, then I looked outside. I have seen Menzies Aviation. Frankly, I do not know on that time any big company which is Scottish origin other than Menzies Aviation. I took it as a good omen, and I searched. For your information, Menzies Aviation is a Scottish company working in India. They are doing air cargo handling in Hyderabad and Bangalore. On that time, they were in news because they got the best air cargo award, a handling award. So they were news, so I know them. So I took it as an omen and searched to understand what is the Scottish business contribution to India and what is the relationship. I searched in the internet. When I read, as somebody already told here, it dates back around 300-350 years. Actually, Scottish entrepreneurs came to India. They started tea plantations, indigo plantations, rubber plantations, started a lot of universities in western parts of the country. And the essence was that Scots were entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurship was there in their blood. So I thought I should definitely attend this program, and I'm here. When I reached here around 3 days back, I'm here. I have met a lot of people. I have seen your city, wonderful place. Yesterday I met a lot of you people, have a lot of discussion. And I discussed a lot of things with my Indian friends. Everybody told one thing: Scouts are very good people, very friendly, very nice. And I felt it personally. I started loving your country. Thank you very much. You are all very wonderful people. I met Nitin at the Honourable Member of Parliament Martin in London around 6 months back while attending another program in British Parliament. There also I talked about investment opportunities in India. You all know India has become a very hot investment destination. Not just investment destination, Indian business people are investing a lot outside India. For example, 2018-19, the FDI inflow to India was approximately $61 billion US. At the same period, the FDI outflow from India by business people, government, was approximately $13 billion. That means around 25% of our FDI we are investing outside. So this is the right time for any country, especially Scottish people and Scottish business people, to engage with India and Indian business people to explore the opportunities, to find out how India and Scot can come together, where we can work joint ventures, technology transfers, mergers and acquisition. A wonderful time to do all these things. When I talk about opportunities in India investment, people normally ask me 3 questions. Why India is such a hot investment destination today? India is a big country. Where should we invest? Which state we should invest? And which sector to invest? I think I will just talk to you about that. International Monetary Fund has told India is a bright spot in the world economic scenario today. India is the second fastest growing economy in the world with 1.3 billion population with an average age of 28.4. It is a very young country. 50% of the Indians are less than 25 years of age and 65% of Indians are less than 35 years of age. And the biggest strength of India today is not the young people, but our government. In any government, whether it is the present government or the previous government, our governments are always very business friendly. In last decade, India's per capita income has been doubled. Today, we have got a visionary Prime Minister who is doing a lot of reforms in India. Our ease of doing business has increased, and today we are 63rd in up to 190 countries. In 2014, we were 142. So in last 5 years, we have increased our position by 79 numbers. In September 2019, the corporate tax, Government of India has brought down to 17%, which is the lowest in major economies of the world. So our Honorable Prime Minister has got a vision to make our economy a 5 trillion economy in next 5 years. Whatever it is, we are going to be the third biggest economy in next decade. And the population of India is expected to grow by 2030, and more than China, we will be the most populous country in the world. So the world is looking at India with a friendly government and this much of population which is growing as one of the best place to invest. That's the reason we are the most investment friendly country in the world today. Then where to invest? There's a list of fastest growing cities in the world. There's a research institute, Oxford Economics, has come out with a list of fastest 10 cities in the world. And the most important fact is that all that 10 cities are in India today. From 2019 to 2035, the 10 cities, the fastest growing cities predicted are all in India, and with an average growth percentage of around 9%. The top of the list is Surat with 9.17%, and the 10th place is Vijayawada with 8.1%. That means the fastest growing cities for the next 15 years is going to be in India with an average growth of 8.5%. So suppose somebody asks me where to invest, I will tell, please invest anywhere in India. And India is growing so fast. Now, which sector to invest? In India, this young population and the growth percentage, you invest in anywhere. Invest in IT-enabled services, in manufacturing, in services, everywhere. Why I am telling this? You just started this. So in future, you will meet business people, you will engage with government. Any opportunity to invest in any part of India, in any sector, please grab the opportunity. Because you will win, your investment will make money, you will grow. Having said that, suppose somebody asks me what is your personal opinion. In India, we believe in we believe in like this. We call it Madhrubhumi and Karma Bhumi. Madhrubhumi means place of birth, Karma Bhumi means place of work. My Madhrubhumi is Kerala and my Karma Bhumi is Hyderabad. These are two places in India which are very close to my heart. I think most of you must have gone to Kerala. If you have not gone, please definitely go. It is called the God's own country. It is called the Mecca of Ayurveda. Wonderful place to visit. Kerala is a place, suppose you see in travel magazines, 10 places to visit before you die. 2 places in India will come up. One is Taj Mahal in Agra, second Kerala. One is the north part of India and the other southern part of India. Please visit Kerala. It is an amazing place. I sent a lot of my friends to Kerala, from non-Keralites, from other part of the country to visit. And once they visit there, they will go to backwaters, they will see a houseboat, they will tell Sibi, it is really got some country. It's an amazing place. It will be a once in lifetime experience. Who has not gone to Kerala, please do go. Amazing place to visit. Second is Hyderabad. Hyderabad was at a teen advantage. I already told you, we have got a central government which is business friendly. There is a government, and in Hyderabad, we got a state government which is supposed to be the best business friendly government in India today. And the world class infrastructure we have got there. We have got a world class airport, world class metro system, world class IT infrastructure. It is one of the best cities in India to invest today. And second fastest growing city in the world. So, if you are looking for investment opportunities, I wish you please invest in Hyderabad. As an individual, I run a company. We are into mining and infrastructure. I am personally associated with IT infrastructure. I am associated with a company who are developing IT space and renting it out. Presently, we are building 50 million square foot. Out of that, 2 million is already completed. Another 30 million square foot is going to be completed in the next 3 to 4 years. And yesterday in the meeting, I told you we are looking for investment partners. If any of the Scottish company is interested, we can talk on that. And please take it forward. I discussed with Nitin also. Take this forward. What I suggest is that we should, the government of Scotland should think of making a delegation with Scott MSPs and MPs and come to Hyderabad, visit our government. We are, as an individual, I'm from Hyderabad. I can put all the help what I can do to make it to the government, and we can take it forward. That is a wonderful opportunity to do that. I would like to conclude my speech. Before that, I want to share one thing, which I'm very proud and you all also be very happy. In India, when we go to school, we have all been taught like this. Madru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, and Aditi Devo Bhava. That means you should treat your mother, your father, your teacher, and your guest like God. So if you are coming to India, whether as a tourist or as an investor, we will treat you all with full dignity, full love, and full affection, and you all feel very happy. So my dear friends, please come to India. India is a land of opportunities. You know, around 250 years when colonization was the norm, Britishers, Dutch, Portuguese, Mughals, everybody come to India. They all used to call India land of opportunity. And today, we have again become land of opportunities, and the whole world want to come and invest in India. So I invite you all to come to India. India is a land of opportunities, and it is simply amazing. And you are also amazing people. We want you to come, let us do business together, and let us grow together. Thank you.